but through my whole life, and that was like 42 years ago, if you do the math on that. Yeah, that's right. That was a long time ago. And I've been through some really hard things and some very sad things. And I've been through some amazing, incredible, wonderful things. And I'll talk and sing about some of those tonight. But what I can say for sure is that I've never been alone. That God has always been with me. I haven't been able to see him, but I've been able to feel him. I've been able to sense him. And I've been able to know that even in the darkest place, even in the most sad, confusing, scary places, and I've been in some scary places, not just physically, but just some scary places in my journey, kind of my life, some dark times. It's like, I don't know how I'm gonna make it through this. That God has always been there. He's not left me, not left my side. And through just little ways all through my life, he has continued to let me know that he is there. And that's a promise he makes to us. He says, I won't ever leave you. I won't ever forsake you. And he keeps his promises. So, God bless you, buddy. Glad you're here tonight. Hope you like it. Yes, ma'am. Hey.
Hi, I'm Keely.
Hi, Keely.
We all have different stories here. My struggles have been mainly physical for many, many years. You had a song a long time ago. The first song I heard of yours was Sometimes He Comes in the Clouds, which has just helped me so much to not just accept the physical struggles I have, but to embrace them.
Yeah.
If you can play that song, that would be wonderful. My question for you, on maybe a different track from everybody else, is what is the strangest fan encounter you've ever had?
Gosh, that is a great... You're going to get an award tonight. And by the way, I love your Maria flower.
I sent these to your wife.
We got them, yes. And my kids have worn them on different things. So those came from you. Bless you. Thank you so much. That's like a great question that I'm going to have to really think about. And it'll hit me tonight sometime on the bus as I'm rolling down the road. And I'll go, oh, yeah, that's the one. Because it's one I can never really think about or remember at the moment when I'm under pressure. Strangest encounter from a fan. Okay, I'll tell you this isn't. I don't know if this really qualifies, but this just popped into my mind, so I'll go with this, even though it will feel to me, and later I'll go, were you just like, was that name dropping or something? I don't know. I don't intend it to be, but it just came to mind. So I was one day reading. This whole Twitter, tweet, Instagram, Facegram business all just really confuses me. If you guys have seen my attempts at Facebook, I'm trying, but it's just hard. And I'm an old dog and new tricks, it just doesn't work. So, but one day I noticed that a tweet had come through, I guess that's the right terminology, a Twitter thing, from someone saying, I'm listening to some Steven Curtis music, love his songwriting, hope to meet him someday, whatever. And it was, the guy's name was at Josh Divine Drums, and he was kind of like, oh, that's cool. And then all of a sudden, it like, Twitter blew up, like it went boom, 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 and all these people were retweeting and saying, oh, I can't believe you like his music, oh, I love you, will you marry me, and all this kind of stuff. Not to me, but I was going, who is this person, And it was clearly somebody. I went, this is kind of crazy. So I clicked over to it and to his name, and he had 2 million followers. Which, if you know that world, you're going like, that's somebody who's got some followers. And so I'm like, I got to figure out who this guy is, and he's from the UK. So I click over, and it's the drummer for One Direction, and they're on tour at the time. And he's like, so it turns out he's a fan of my music. Grew up listening to my music. His dad. And mom, his whole family are believers. And he was doing a concert in Nashville like about 3 days later, One Direction was. And he said, hey, come to my show, because I direct messaged him. We started this dialogue. Come to our show, bring your girls, because my 2 girls are fans, of course. And so they were at summer camp at the time. They didn't even know this was going down. And I went, of all times, I could be the coolest dad on the planet right now. And so they didn't end up getting to go. And it turned out 2 days later, they were in Atlanta We picked our girls up at summer camp, and instead of driving home, we went straight to Atlanta without telling them, and got to Atlanta, like, this is not Nashville. And we said, well, you guys want to go hear One Direction tonight and hang out with their drummer? Because we're going to dinner with him. So we ended up getting to hang out with him. And he's a great, great guy. Very, very just sweet. Texted me the other day. I got to spend time with him. I got to encourage him in his faith, because obviously he's in a very, a world where he can have great influence, and really wants that and wants to be that in that environment that he's in. So it was a very cool connection. One of those weird, like, how in the world does this happen? But God does some cool things like that. So, all right. When you were telling that, I don't know why, but this is not, if I try out, sometimes he comes in the clouds, I'm not going to remember enough of it to even make it doable. But for whatever reason, I thought of this song that I don't do in concert, haven't for a while, but just seemed like a appropriate song called His Strength is Perfect. And just wanted to sing a little bit, if this is okay. If I can trade in, sometimes he comes in the clouds for this one. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. But sometimes I wonder what he can do through me. No great success to show, no glory on my own, but in my weakness he is there to let me know his strength is perfect when our strength is gone. He'll carry us when we can carry on. Raised in his power, the weak become strong. His strength is perfect. His strength is perfect. Bless you. Thanks.